Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I'm here to explain my previous topic, which was MDP, Markov decision process, which I already covered the few part of the code, but remaining part I'm going to I'll try my best to cover all the remaining part, but it's a long and quite lengthy course, so I couldn't do that. But I will do this eventually in upcoming days through part 1, part 2, and part 3 or 4. So today what I'm going to do, I'll update the entries, and then I'll make the grid and put the values in the grid, so you will see how it will return the rows and columns. Now I'm going to return the now I'm going to update the column through X, which we used here we used X for column, so we will update their entries. Def update X, comma, for entries we use this, and sorry, okay, if why is this happening? Wait, if is instance, I'm just giving them a condition, is in the dictionary. Dictionary is also a sequence data type. You can say X dot update entries, otherwise else I'm sorry, else X dot dictionary. As we already know, this dot is a private method, a private access modifier. Update the en entries. Okay, now what will it do? It will just update the entries. If this X is already in the dictionary or in the sequence, then you can update this column with entries. Otherwise, you can update the whole dictionary with these entries. Now we'll check if there is an error or not. No, there is no error. Now what we are gonna do, we will make the methods for those actions. Only we will make two methods for the action turn left and turn right. Def turn, this was the direction, which was basically the act list or the action. Return the index of direction. What we will return, the index of direction. Return the direction dot index direction +1 per person length into directions. Okay, I'm just returning the index of direction and telling them the terminal state, which was the +1. If you turn in the left direction, you will get the terminal state +1, which was our goal state. But if you turn right, what will happen? It will return the index in a terminal state, which was then -1. Or we need to or we have to prevent our agent to move towards this terminal state, which is -1. At this point, agent will lose the directions dot index direction -1. Now see, just we are doing nothing, just making the two methods which were the turn left method and the turn right method. Turn, it means that if you will turn left, you will reach towards the goal state, which is +1 or terminal state, and if you move towards the right, you will lose the game and you will reach the terminal state, which is -1. And we are giving here the directions, initializing or defining the values, direction values, which is 1 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. I'll explain you this is how. 1 comma 0 and 1. We are just giving them the directions or actions, the values on what will we get at up when we move upward, what will we get when we move downward, what will we get when we move left or when we move right. Now directions dot index 1 comma 0 plus 1. Here, what is this? Now what will it do? It will return the index of directions dot index 1 comma 0 plus 1. There is some error. Index 1. Okay, there will be only two brackets. Okay, now it's returning us the index of 1 and 0 plus 1. It means the 1 and 0 is at index 0 and plus 1 means index 0 plus 1 1. So at 1 it will return the index of 1 and 0. Sorry, it will return the index. Yes, it will return the index of this whole. 1 and 0 is at index 0 plus 1 means this index, 1 index. So it is returning the 1 index, just returning the index. Now we will give them a grid value, which is, for example, 1 comma 2 3 4 4 5 6 7 8 comma 9 10 11 12. We are just defining here our grid or making just grid. We already knew that what the grid is, where the agent lives. What is grid? Grid is where the agent lives. Now if I say turn right, it will return the value where we turn. Now see what's it doing. It's just returning the value of right direction, which is 0 and 1. Wait, 0 and 1. 0 1 0 0 1 minus 1 0 and 0. Here will be, I guess, -1. Now let me check. It should return the -1 0 0 1 0 0 1 -1 0 and 0 -1. And we are here saying 1 0 plus 1, and we are just defining the grid. Turn right, and it's just okay. Now it's saying that the direction of turn right is this, and if we say here left, -1 0 and 0 -1. Okay, and if we say -1 0. It's still returning 0 -1 y. Okay, we are just defining here the index of all the direction. So what will be the index of all the direction? Here the index of all direction is 0 1 0 plus 1. So what will be the index? 1. And at 1, what is the direction? 0 1, this 0 1 direction. So it will return every time you will write this, it will return 0 and 1, the index of the direction. Now I am going to say that if I grid dot reverse, this is the grid, and I want to reverse the values of a grid, I'll just use this method, grid dot reverse grid, sorry, static grid separate is equals to separate by a new line. I hope you already know what is this. This is a new line operator, or you can say this is used to print the values in a new line. Now see, this is how we make the grade from starts from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. But when I use this method reverse, it means it will return the reverse of a grade. It will start from the end value and end at the first value or row or column. Okay, now you will consider this as a one value, you will consider this as a second value, and you will consider this as a third value. So it will start it the grid started from this and ended at this. But now we are saying that grid dot reverse, so the grid will start from this row and end with this column. Now I want to print the values of a grid in the whole from and I want to select any value from this grid using any, like, the number. I want to select any number from these rows or columns, and it will return us the grid 1 and 3 8. Now see, it's saying that if we say the grid 1 and 3, what was the index? This is the index 1, this is the 0 1 2. I am saying that at index 1, at this index and at third column, what is the value? Third column, this is the third column, so it printed as 8. And if I say it printed as 12. Now see, at index 0 and at third column it is 12. Now if I say grade 2 3, it will print as 4. Now see, at index 3 at index 2 and at third column, what is the value? 4. This is how we start our index from rows or column. This is the row 1, row at index 0, this is the row at index 1, and this is the row at index 2. Now this is the column at index 0, this is the column, this one, this is the column at index 2, this is the column at index, this is the column at index 1, this is the column at index 2, this is the column at index 3. Now column will start from index 0, as well as the rows will start from index 0. Now this is how we make grid in our MDP, Markov decision process, or MDP grid world. So I hope you understand how we make grid and how we reverse the grids and how we use directions and how we assign the indexes to the rows and columns in a grid, and how we assign indexes to our directions or actions. So this is so simple and so easy. It seems quite tough, but if you practice this code one or two times, or if you do it yourself, you will easily understand the topic and you will easily able to do the code.